This is a 2001 Dodge 3/4 ton diesel, 5-speed manual, 355 axle ratio, 285 70/17 tires. This video is to show through all the gears with the gear vendor's unit. So here we go. Here's first gear, second, third, third over, fourth, fourth over, fifth over. So there's not a whole lot of difference between, here's fourth over again. Let's see, fourth over at 70 miles an hour is, what, 2100 RPM? Here is fifth gear, no overdrive, just fifth gear. 70 miles an hour, 2000 RPM. There's not much of a difference. That 100 RPM difference does make a difference when you're towing. Let's see here. Let's get one last reading. So this is fifth gear. Let's do fifth over. Trying to get you to hit 80 and 90 so you can see those two. So here's 80. Sorry, the road's a little bumpy, guys. There's 80. There's 90 at 2000 RPM. Go ahead and start slowing her down here. So what I do when I'm in overdrive, I prefer to leave her in overdrive while I'm downshifting. Here's fourth over. We're coming up on a red light. I'll leave her in overdrive all the way down to the red light. Or if you're taking an exit off the on-ramp, I try not to engage. No, I'll try not to disengage the overdrive at 70. No real reason. It just, to me, it seems smoother to leave the unit engaged, and then just, if you need to downshift, go down to fourth over. Here's first gear again. We'll go ahead and go through the gears again. Second. Here's third. Third over. Here's fourth. Over. I'm just going to take her up to 70 this time. Fourth over and fifth over at 70. So that was using the overdrive. Now, try to get all this in one video here. I just turned the overdrive off at 70 miles an hour, which in the video I told you all I don't do, but it don't really make a whole lot of difference. It's pretty smooth either way. I'm going to go ahead and run 0 to 70 without the overdrive, so y'all can see the RPM breakdown. So no overdrive, up to 70. Here we go. First gear, second, third. Trying to keep the shift points the same. Fourth. That right there is where the unit really comes into play, to fill that gap between third and fourth and fifth. So you can literally, with the unit, you can go 0 to 70, well, at least third gear to 70. Keeping the RPMs between 1800 and 1500 RPM without having to borderline lug it down at 1500 RPM like you do when you shift from third to fourth gear. But that's the gear vendor's overdrive unit. I was going to try to shift through one more time. Can't tell if there's a car coming up behind me or not. I think we can do it. One more time. This is using the overdrive. It'll be a lot quicker. You know what? This will use the overdrive. I'm just going to click it on and leave it be. Here's second, third. I have the overdrive on. It'll shift by itself. There was third over, shifted by itself. Turned it off for fourth gear. Turned it on, let it shift by itself. We're in fourth over now. I did not use the clutch for either one of those shifts that you saw there. Kind of rushed through it pretty good because there's a car coming up behind me. But again, the last bit of shifting you saw there, I went first to second to third. Then all I did was flip the switch to have the unit turned on, and it shifted itself without the clutch, shifted itself into third overdrive. From there, when I shifted into fourth, I turned the overdrive off again. So fourth gear, I turned the unit on while driving through fourth gear, and it shifted into fourth over by itself. And then I turned it off again while I shifted into fifth gear. So, hope I didn't confuse you on all of that. When it shifted into third over, I did not use the clutch. When it shifted into fourth over, I did not use the clutch. And all the other shifting prior to that, from the start of the video, I used the clutch for every shift. And just to make this clear, in case y'all have any question about that, I use the clutch every single time I shift the gear vendor's unit. It's just so smooth that if you have a passenger riding with you, they won't know that you're engaging or disengaging the overdrive. They think you're just driving like normal. If you don't use the clutch, it shifts firmer. It shifts more like say one of your shift kits for like an old 4L60E transmission or something along those lines. But yes, you can shift it without the clutch. I would not make a habit out of it. I prefer to make things smooth and steady, and to me that just makes more sense. I don't like stuff jarring around. It doesn't jar like it's gonna beat the hell out of your transmission. It's just a nice firm shift. Again, like shifting gears in an automatic that has a shift kit put into it. But either way, hope you guys like that. We're gonna slow her down here for a turn. We were in fifth over. Finish this up real quick. We're in fifth over, drop down to fourth over, drop down to third over. Get through this turn here. Clutch is in. We are now coasting. Third over and easing to a stop. So I hope that clears things up for you guys, and hope that helps out with if y'all are thinking about getting a gear vendor's unit. I definitely like it, and fourth over towing is really nice, to be honest with you. I've towed the same roads, pulling the same load with and without the gear vendor's unit, and I absolutely hated it before, and now it's nice. It's actually a pleasure to drive the truck now. But enough talking. I hope y'all enjoy the video.